to make before. There's going to be a class on Thursday, but I think it's going to be either a half hour or an hour later. Because I mean, something's come up that I have to do that might not enable me to get to the class but one, but the latest will be 1:30 or 2 o'clock. So I'm just announcing that now. So if you don't get an invite for 1 o'clock, don't come sending me a million emails. What's going on? What's happening? Is there class today? There will be class. It'll either be a half hour or an hour later. Does anyone have a question they'd like to ask? There's something I'd like to talk about. I think that's very important, and it has to do with what takes up our time and how we invest our time during the day, and how we don't really take advantage of time and use it for spiritual purposes. And what I'm talking about really is with each and every one of us, there's always situations that come along that are very difficult. As long as you have people in your life, you're going to have difficult situations. And what we do is we substitute the time we spend, even no matter how difficult the situation is, there can always be an hour to sit down and work on yourself. Because you need the energy of a meditation class, of inner work, in order to deal with somebody else's disease, their problem, their whatever it is, diabetes, cancer, whatever comes up in the lives of people that we have to deal with. And we need the energy. We absolutely need to refill our tanks. But sometimes people disappear here for a month and, it had to do with somebody who's sick and this and that. And they come back looking like they just got hit by a truck. And I can't imagine that if somebody is sick, they won't give you the time to sit and refuel yourself so that you can have the energy to help them without allowing their problems to drain your life out of you. Now, this is a very common situation. And I've had it as long as I've been teaching with people. And I could never understand years ago why there wasn't always an hour or a half hour time to sit down and do what you need to get the energy to help you to deal with all of life's problems. And it's something important because otherwise life has a tendency of just literally like a great gigantic vacuum cleaner sucking all our energy out of us. And we have to be strong enough inside to be able to maintain balance and to maintain a flow of Shakti and energy that connects us to higher energy so that we can replenish everything that life is taking. So I'm not saying, look, when people are ill and this, yes, we have to spend time with them. It's very important. But we also have to realize, that it takes an enormous quantity of energy to help people. And most people, they don't have the consciousness to say, hey, go get energy. They don't even know about it, frankly, that you can sit down for an hour here, 45 minutes, and get, an enormous quantity of energy that can help you get through the week. And I think that's an incredible way to love the people in our life, to just replenish ourselves so that we can give them the best. They don't suck us dry. We can give them the best and not be sucked dry. We can give them the best and not allow the tension, the drama of the situation, to deplete us. And I can promise you, every one of us will go through, those kinds of situations. Probably within a week or two, every person here will have a situation like that. There'll be something that will happen, from somebody else that's going to demand a great deal of energy. So if these kinds of things take place, just I need to sit down and work for an hour. You can have me 23 hours a day. I need to sit down and work for an hour on myself so that you can have me 23 hours a day, helping you, nurturing you, being compassionate with you. Does anyone have a question they would like to? And the reason I'm talking about this is I see this so often. So, you know, and I always wonder why, you know, why people stop doing what gives them the energy to do and really love other people unconditionally. And with this Zoom thing that we do here, you can do it anywhere as long as there's Wi-Fi. You can do it on a telephone, you can do it on one of those little computers, you can do it on a desk, you can do it anywhere. I mean, people come to this class, they're in their cars, for God's sake. I don't know where they are. They see a car around them. And it's okay. You understand? You can do it if you're 1,000 miles away from where you live, as long as they have, Wi-Fi. And it's never been like that. It always had to be, you had to come to Fourth Avenue, you had to come to where the meditation classes were. Now it's like anywhere in the world, you can sit down and do this. You can attend the class. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? And I'm just saying these things not only to benefit each and every one of us, but to benefit the people that we really love, our family, friends, people in our life that, need compassion. We need to be strong to truly give compassion. Not that we give mechanically, but it really comes from the heart. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? I'm not saying this because I want to have students. I'm saying this because it works, you know. And I want to see people that come here with joy and love in their eyes and, you know, tapping really deep places inside themselves. Because, we need to live here with love, with compassion. And the first people that require these things are our families. Does anyone have a question they would like to? Okay. So just as I announced earlier, there will be a class Thursday. It'll probably be a half hour or an hour later. Something's come up that I have to take care of. But there will be a class. I will send out an invite with links to the class. Thank you all. Thank you. And God bless you all. and have a wonderful day. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody on Thursday.
Thank you, Stuart.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.